What up, guys? Welcome to Barbell Brigade. I'm Bart.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Lou.
They call me Silent Mike.
So everyone, when they go from bodybuilding to powerlifting, they always blame that powerlifting is getting them fat. Or if they're bodybuilding and then they go on a bulk and they go, oh, bodybuilding is making me fat. Do you guys feel that it's the sport that makes people fat, or what is it?
I would say that the image of a powerlifter, stereotypes are a stereotype for a reason.
Yes.
Right, because there's some truth to it. Of course, not all of it when it comes to race and women or whatever, but there's some truth to it. And then I feel like when you join that group, you adapt some of that truth, whether you want to or not, maybe subconsciously. So I think that, in terms of powerlifting, can make you fat.
So if you join a rap group, then later you get like bad credit?
Just terrible credit, dope sneakers, and guns just show up in your pockets.
Don't join rap groups. They will change your life.
So like, I think like, you're like, oh, I'm becoming, like once you say like, oh, Lou, I'm trying this new thing, I'm a powerlifter now.
Yeah.
Automatically in my head, I'm like, all right, well, powerlifters eat a little more. Oh, if I eat these Doritos, it'll help me get stronger, right? So then that is already just step by step. And so I think it can happen. But powerlifting as a sport, as a practice, the barbell movements, getting stronger at 3 of those barbell movements does not make you fatter by any means.
Because there's some very ripped and jacked powerlifters.
Especially now that raw powerlifting is more popular and getting crazy competitive across the board in different weight classes. You try to fill out that weight class and guys are fucking jacked. Whereas back in the day, there was kind of multi-ply squat gear and some different stuff going on.
You're trying to stretch out the suit with the extra fat.
You try to get tighter in a suit and just more mass, moves more mass, so.
I think even within the culture though, if you look at bodybuilding, it's based upon aesthetics, so it's kind of hard not to be in shape for that sport.
Yeah.
And if you are trying to use the theory of mass moves mass, which is what most time powerlifters generally will do, there's a little bit more of an understanding that I don't need to be aesthetically pleasing because my objective is to move the most weight possible for my sport. Yeah. So with a removal of your ability to say, I need to be shredded, it's like, well, if I don't have to be shredded and I could still be strong, I'll do that.
I think
maybe that's what it is.
To not go too deep into it, is everyone says like, oh yeah, I bodybuild, but not like, I'd say what, 99% of those people actually don't bodybuild.
Yeah.
Right.
They lift for bodybuilding.
They do bodybuilding movements.
But they don't ever do a show.
Right, so if they went to that extreme,
yeah,
it would be a little different rather than if you powerlift and you can improve and you can compete like that, all you have to do is sign up. Right, it's a lot less embarrassing. It's a lot ease of entry to get into a powerlifting meet than it is bodybuilding. A lot less embarrassing, obviously. Singlet's still kind of weird, but not like posing naked.
Yeah.
And then like
it's like a singlet with nothing besides the underwear.
crotch only singlet. So then
check out my package.
So then I think people adapt to that powerlifting model way harder. They're more in than they are with bodybuilding.
It's kind of like what Charlie said though, in the beginning of the powerlifting culture, it was like being a fucking badass, lifting as much weight, being fucking aggressive and just like, and like just the biggest dudes are lifting the most weight. But now that the sport is evolving and the culture is changing, it's not just about men, it's about women. It's about different weight classes. Just like, everybody just wanted to see the big guys lift big weight, but now it's just like, everybody's lifting big weight, like the women are killing it, putting up ridiculous numbers.
Every chick's gonna pull 400.
At least,
soon,
like
very soon.
400 isn't even like all those girls are pulling like over 400 or like triple body weight or quadruple body weight, and it's ridiculous now. Like the sport and like the perspective is changing so much, which is really awesome. It's not just like narrow-minded, it's becoming more complex. It's not bro science. People are sticking to their routines, and they're not like, I want to lift like heavy every single day. They're structured now, and that's really awesome. I think that people are becoming more intelligent with the sport, and it's evolving. It's becoming more mature, because now, like you guys were saying, like we see these people kind of like crossing between bodybuilding and powerlifting. People are doing everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of multi-sport athletes in that, like girls doing bikini,
but
then lifting like powerlifters, or girls doing figure, and then also bodybuilding guys that are doing a lot more squat, bench, deadlift.
Was Susan Salazar was one who did
one of the best.
bodybuilding and an elite powerlifting.
I just want my body to look like hers.
What about you? I think you've done a little bit of both. How do you feel about it?
So for me, I think like when you look at a sport just very specifically and kind of through like tunnel vision, then you're like, okay, cool. If I'm gonna be a power lifter, then ultimately, especially with the transition from geared lifting into not geared steroids, but like multi-ply and single ply into raw powerlifting, with the weight class involved, you want to maximize the amount of muscle you have. So people are minimizing their fat, because if I have to compete at 200 pounds, I want to be as close to 200 pounds all muscle as possible. So now you have all these really ripped powerlifters, and that's just sport specific. But for me, because powerlifting is just one aspect of my life, now I have to prioritize there. So I think all of 2015 was it? I was trying to get lean, and then I got abs, and I felt really happy. But then after that, then the priority of eating and stuffing my face, that was huge too. I'm not a competitive eater, but I love to eat.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna eat and just focus then. And sometimes that allows me to have a break in my mind so that I can actually focus on training a little bit more. But now, powerlifting has taken another priority, so now I'm kind of minimizing the eating and trying to get back into that shape. And I want to do very well, hopefully, in 2017. So now I'm trying to get lean again.
I think a lot of
There we
people have
go.
gone through that, you know, where they're kind of like, oh, I want to look good. Well, like, shit, that takes forever. And then they start focusing on performance, and they kind of combine the two. Like, I have similar goals, you know, to hit like a big deadlift PR, but still have abs, or get abs, I guess. I got a ways to go, you know, but I think that's a lot of people, even in life. If you go interview people on the street, like, hey, what do you think fit means? They're like, well, I want to look good, and I want to be able to do something with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what everyone wants.
Yeah, people are definitely becoming more athletic. It's not just narrow-minded with like, I'm gonna get bigger, I'm gonna be bigger, and then I'm gonna lift heavier weight. You know, it's like I'm gonna be fast, I'm gonna be strong, I'm gonna be jacked, and I'm gonna be like a little bit of everything, like a hybrid athlete, which is really cool. You know, so kind of like you were saying, like you were so focused on getting strong, but now you're focused on becoming just an overall better athlete and focusing on your nutrition and your strength as well, which is pretty dope. So
Have you ever seen any fat CrossFitters, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, like, CrossFitters come in all shapes and sizes.
I almost never seen a fat CrossFitter.
I've never seen one either.
Well, the thing is like, you won't see them on the aspects of like high-end performance, because what's demanded at the regional level or at the games level is completely different.
True.
But I will say there's this really cool movement within the women of CrossFit about talking about, you know, some of the other sides of what it means to be a strong and fit woman. And I think it was, I believe her name's Jamie. I forget her last name right now. She's from Southern California. But she's like, hey, look, I made the games, but I don't have the same body that a lot of these other girls do.
Jamie Hagia.
Oh
Yeah, that says
the
like,
homie Jamie.
yeah, like I don't.
Yeah, but fuck everybody else. Jamie was a point guard at USC.
See, yeah.
Yeah,
She
she just
can
shits on
hoop.
every
Yeah,
other
and
CrossFit
she
athlete.
can hoop.
Jamie's
up.
really good friends with Becca Voigt, who's
Yeah.
one of my really good friends.
Yeah.
But what she
Jamie's
was saying
legit.
too is like, you know, like I might not have the same ab makeup that Thor's daughter has, but I'm still a games athlete. And so I think what she did for women and expressing that, it goes to show you like, hey, no matter who you are, be the best version of yourself, right? But you're right. It's like, I'm not saying that you're fat. I'm just saying that she was taking a really cool stand of saying like, you don't have to be in a mold, right? And I think that's what we're looking at
fit looks different.
with bodybuilding or powerlifting. It's like some people, like you said, they could be as lean as possible at that 220 weight class, but some people, that might lead them to injury. So they need to carry a little bit more fat. I think it's just, it all depends. But at the end of the day,
Shout out Jamie.
yeah, it's kind of hard though, yeah, to be competitively active in CrossFit and be heavy.
True.
On the aspect of like just carrying a lot of body fat, because you're going to be called to do so many demanding things in your body and such variance of movements and modalities. It's kind of hard to carry extra weight.
I like what Silent Mike said. Fit looks different, and ultimately it's up to your goal. But I don't want to hear people blaming the sport for how they look. You have to take ownership of your own discipline.
Take ownership of your life, people.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Be better.
Dude.
If you guys can only choose one workout, or one movement actually,
Deadlifts.
for the rest of your life,
Deadlifts.
which one would you choose and
Shake
why?
weight.
Conventional deadlifts.
Why?